welcome to today's vlog.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, Janet.
Hello, Tony.
Now, eagle-eyed viewers out there, before we go any further, can we just say a big thank you to all the new subscribers?
Thank you.
Yes, and new likers and lurkers. Likers and lurkers.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't go down that way.
Exactly. Anyway, thank you very much for all that, pressing the like button and all that malarkey. But for eagle-eyed viewers, you may have noticed
We've got a new boat.
We've bought a new boat. Yeah, we've thought, sod it.
Yeah.
And we've done a bit of DIY and a bit of painting and
Look,
decorating.
it's lovely, isn't it?
What do you reckon? No, we're kidding. And this vlog is a little bit different again because we're meeting up with two of our friends, Jenny and Pete, on board Momentous. And Jenny and Pete are sitting opposite us, trying not to laugh. But why are we here on Momentous? Of all boats, we could have just gone on anybody's boat.
Well, we're just bored, aren't we? Just need to get out.
But we know you like looking and sniffing around other people's boats, so we'll do a bit of lurking around later. But there is one big difference that makes Momentous different to lots and lots of other boats, certainly different to our boat, and that is because it's a hybrid boat. So, Peter, explain what a hybrid boat is.
There's a Beta 43 diesel engine. On top of that is an electric motor, which of course makes it the hybrid. You can pick either diesel or the electric motor. So we can have electric propulsion or, as normal narrowboats have, the diesel power. Electric comes from an array of solar panels on the roof, 2 banks of 600 watts at 48 volts, as the battery bank is 48 volt. There are 24 2-volt batteries, all in series, to make you 48 volts. When running on electric, the diesel engine doesn't do anything. It just sits there idle, turned off. When we turn over to diesel engine, the hybrids part of the equation turns into a generator. So that also starts charging up the batteries. So on top of your 2 alternators, which we needed 2 to make 48 volt, we've got 5 kV of electric motor turned into a generator, which then starts charging the battery at about 80 amps.
And why did you choose a hybrid boat?
Because we wanted to be greener, use the solar power as much as we could. It's cheaper to run.
Cost saving is
It's a big factor.
a big factor.
We don't have to buy gas. We've got no gas cooker.
Oh, it's all electric.
It's
The
all
whole boat's electric.
I didn't even know
We
that.
have it's an induction hob that we use. We've got the microwave. We've got a full-size washing machine, and it can all run on the electric.
How long have you had the boat?
Just under 2 years.
Well, that would mean your diesel costs are quite low. Any idea how much your diesel costs were last year, for instance?
And you're about just under £200 a year in diesel.
Right.
When would you change from using the electric to diesel? Why would you do that? Why have you got diesel? Why have you got electric?
The only reason we run the diesel is if we haven't had a lot of sunshine to charge the batteries up. That is the only reason we'd have to run the diesel, to charge the batteries back up.
Jenny, did you and Pete design the outside? Is that the right word? Design the outside and the inside? Is it all your own work, or did you have to have like a standard outside, or was it just the colour or whatever?
We designed it all.
The whole lot. So up the interior, is this all
Our own design.
Is it yours, Pete?
No, it's certainly not. I have obviously had a say in it,
What, in the colour?
but yeah, of course it's...
You wanted the colour. You chose the outside colour.
Yeah.
How long did it take to build?
There was a bit of lack of getting materials due to lockdown. That was when we had the boat started during the was it the first lockdown?
Yeah, they put the base plate down at the beginning of February 2020. We had it delivered to the wharf ready for the building at the beginning of March 2020. And that was the only time that we saw it, because then we went into lockdown and so everything had to be done by photographs and video
that must have been
calls
awful.
and telephone calls. So when lockdown was eased, when we were free to travel again, then obviously we went down to go and have a look at it as it was then, and it had come on so much from when we saw it when it was the first hull. So we were lucky that they managed to get it finished in that period of time between lockdowns, so that we could get it delivered and we could move on before we went into lockdown again in
God, you were lucky.
November. Yes.
Even if people, you know, as people walk down the towpath, say hi and maybe try to speak to you, if you've got a diesel engine it's very difficult to hear. Well, with the hybrid electric motor running, you can hear absolutely everything that people say. You've not got to raise your voice. You can hear all the birds, just
The
everything.
wind through the trees,
Trains going by.
trains going by. We love the trains.
You hear the tinkle of the prop now and then, but that's about your lot.
I bet the fishermen love you.
They do. Actually,
Oh, here's Momentous again.
often we have to give them a little blip on the horn, as they have no idea we're coming. Due to the fact that we're constant cruisers and British winters are not the best, I didn't think that we'd get enough power through the winter months without some form of backup, whether it had been a generator or the engine. So I went the engine route. As things are still at the moment, I don't think things have come on enough to run just off the electric. There's no electric points to charge off
Unless you
go into a
you
marina.
don't want to do that. If we had the clear, crisp winter's days, the icy days,
Yeah.
then you do get solar.
Would you get solar today? Because it's quite overcast.
You seem to get solar practically every day, but whether you'd get enough is another story, and I don't think you would.
Control panel.
Control panel for the hybrid.
And what am I looking at the moment? It says 0 because obviously we're in the lock, we're not moving.
Okay, I've got no power going on. Putting
Right.
power on now because we're shooting backwards.
Yeah.
The good thing about it is in a lock you can just shut it off,
Yeah.
and it's instant if you need it, like now. If I need to know how the batteries are doing, I just flick over to there, and that's telling me the battery's discharging. I've got 50.3 volts and I'm losing 1 amp at the moment. That's what's running in the boat. And we're at 95%.
Can't hear a thing, Pete.
No, that is the beauty of it.
I wouldn't have known if you were in reverse, forward. That's the only thing I can hear is the...
Splash of the propeller at
Yeah.
the back of the lock. It's lovely that you can hear the birds singing.
Yeah.
Little robin singing its heart out.
Can you hear that?
There's a boat coming. God, it is so quiet.
I suppose it's like electric cars, isn't it?
Exactly
In a way,
the same
like-
system, I would think.
Yeah, like the Priuses or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
I think the more advanced the cars get, the more technology will be brought over to the boats.
Yeah.
Then maybe you can go all electric.
Yeah.
But until then,
Because it's charging, isn't it? It's
yeah, charging is the problem.
Yeah.
Because there's no electric points along many stretches of the canal.
Yeah. And yet this is what we're told is supposedly the future of boating, because the idea is to phase out diesel engines eventually. I don't know how that's going to work with historic boats, but certainly new builds. Presumably there's going to be some sort of legislation, perhaps, I've no idea, that says new boats can only be built with electric power,
Yes.
you know, which would mean that to do that you need the infrastructure.
Oh, there'd
along
have to be a massive
Yeah.
infrastructure to do that.
Yeah. Because like you say, in the winter,
It's been dull for weeks, really.
yeah,
The real cold, crisp, frosty mornings when you get the sun out is often better than the summer sun.
yeah.
You really get some power coming in then.
Oh, look at her. Look at her.
She's already done hers.
The ratchet one.
Jenny's already done hers.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, girl, work it, work it.
I haven't done this for ages. I'm knackered. Oh, that's cold.
Right, we're now going to change over from the hybrid electric drive to normal diesel engine drive. So we'll just go over to the key and we'll start the engine.
You're right, I can't hear it.
That's now the engine on, which has now converted the electric drive into a generator. As we'll see, once we put it into drive, it will change from system idle to charging.
Right.
At the moment we're getting in 44 amps off the alternators.
Does it actually feel any different when you're steering?
No, I wouldn't say it does. It's just loud. The peace and tranquility has gone.
Yeah. And also you can feel a throbbing.
Yeah, you can, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we can see, it's in generate mode now, putting in 67 amps into the batteries.
You won't need to run the engine at all now. If you've just for this last few lots, you won't need to run the engine again for the rest of the day.
No, no, not at all. I wouldn't have to run the engine for a good few days with weather like this.
Is there anything you'd change about the boat? I suppose there wouldn't be, because you've designed it and you designed it to the way that you wanted it.
It was built with our needs in mind. You know, which is why we had the cruiser stern, so we'd got room to dry dogs off in the winter, keep boots out there and not walk it through too much. We said we wanted not an eye-line oven, but not an under-counter oven.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're getting older. I have problems with my back. It's just easy
You're getting
to
older.
use.
Jenny, you're the youngest out of all of us, for God's sake. Yeah, I said that. I said I didn't... Tony wanted an eye-level oven. God knows why, because he doesn't cook anything on boats. I've ended up doing it all. But no, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's just... To me, it's not like a boat. It's definitely a home. It just looks like a country cottage.
One of the reasons why, you know, obviously the cost of living for us is a lot cheaper than living in the house, but Pete's very much a homebod. He doesn't like holidays, you know, he likes being at home.
It's called being miserable.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah.
I love travelling. This is the best of both worlds.
Well, that was great, wasn't it? Meeting our friends Jenny and Pete on Momentous. Well, they were our friends. Maybe after watching this, they might not be.
Fair enough.
and of course, they're two special friends. That's Sassy and
Frisbee.
Frisbee, yes, of course. How can we forget?
YouTube star.
YouTube star, yes. Well, a pair of them are as well. Are you talking about Jenny and Pete or Frisbee and...
I think all four of them are now.
Yeah, there they are. Hope you've enjoyed this particular vlog. If you have, give it a thumbs up for a like as usual. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Yes.
It's free to do so. Trains are a bonus. And I can hear one somewhere. And obviously don't forget to press the bell icon.
Ding!
And YouTube will notify you next time we upload a vlog. In the meantime, stay safe everybody. Happy cruising. Bye for now.
Bye!